Hey guys, we're in Spain. Like, can you believe we're in Spain? The most basic white woman thing to say ever. Rich white lady, I should say. Although I could see you saying something like that.
Well, it is pretty basic, and also you're also probably a little jealous that you weren't in Spain.
Yeah, I would agree.
I know I was,
but like, not to say, guys, we're in Spain. It's such an outtake that she's doing for the camera.
It is. It is.
Yo, this is below dick sailing yacht BDSM.
It's called Big Fender Energy. I don't know what episode it is. It's 5? 8. I will say this. I thought it was going to start out stronger. I am disappointed with the charters.
Yeah, they were a lot crazier last season.
And also, like, Below Deck Med, they had kind of, except for Lexi and her relationship with the devil, their charters were kind of high maintenance.
All over the place.
We got some of that.
No, last season their charters were nuts.
Everybody so far has just been kind of, except for Drunky McGee's.
Yeah,
we had like the one crazy, and it's just been kind of calm. And
we had the people who hated the food, the guy, the terrible guy, and his wife.
Yeah, Drunky McGee
and mom.
He was drunk all the time.
No, Drunky's the last ones. Who fell asleep.
No, I wasn't talking about the one fall. I was talking that guy. He was drunk all the time. He kept the guy that was terrible with the food, who was an asshole.
Yeah, but he was known. He was drinking, but he was much known for being an asshole. And the mom,
yes, but that's why
who got self tanner all over the place.
Yes, that's what I was talking. We kind of had that. I don't know. I just would like some more fun charters because this group, I think they react to them so well because Daisy's not necessarily the best at leading in stressful situations, so it makes her go crazy. And then, I mean, even if she finally had a little bit of like a decompress with the stews, but boy, she really does leave Ashley and Gabrielle kind of up to their own devices a lot of the time.
She's not a great delegator and not a good, I should say this, she's not a good team leader.
Yeah.
She does well on the boat with her other team, unless you're Gary. Well, I would say Gary came in last episode hot because he was upset that the work wasn't getting done. It was reflecting on him, and Daisy does not handle that well.
No, she does not. Yep. No, she does not.
But anyway,
what's your first tea bag?
My first tea bag is they're gonna blow up the fenders, and they're just gonna, so we don't have to hit the dock again. Remember?
We didn't see that episode, but they did show a thing. It looked brutal.
Yeah, and Captain Glenn lost his shit, which is the first time ever.
First time ever.
Yeah.
The show, the boat.
These are big titty fenders, y'all.
The boat comes ashore. Fenders. The boat literally gets on land.
All ashore. Let's go ashore.
Captain Glenn's fine, but the dog. Yes, these are huge, and this whole putting up these fenders is
Dolly
a shit
Parton
show.
fenders.
They are. I
will say, everyone was helping. The stews.
Yes, they should have a saying on ships called "All Hands on Deck."
They should.
Really were.
And even Marcos was out there helping with the fenders. Ooh. It's very different than the other franchises.
It is.
You think Matthew would have been out there helping with the fenders?
No, she would not. By the way, y'all, speaking of Marcos, a lot of sissies, we have sad news to report. I think you saw this. Maybe you didn't see it.
No, I didn't.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
In downtown Los Angeles.
Okay.
Marcos is doing an event at one of his restaurants, and Colin is coming, and anyone can buy tickets and go see it.
We're leaving.
We're on a plane to Boston.
This sucks.
So we can't go. And literally, sissies. Now, our Boston sissies are going to start yelling. But I have to say, some people in the sissy squad are like, fuck Boston, go to this show, do it for the squad. And I'm like, can you imagine we've already rescheduled Boston? If we
we can't do that.
We're not coming so we can go to an event. Now, granted, we are going to Boston a day early because the flight's so long, we have to go there a day early. We can't leave at 7 in the morning and then do a show that night.
We have to get there that.
So, sorry, if you're in the Los Angeles area, I mean, y'all, we're not kidding.
The flight's 5.5 hours.
I looked at the restaurant. It's fucking 15 minutes from us in Koreatown. Like we could it kills me that we can't go and do this.
Colin was I would lech all over him.
You know what? Maybe it's better we're not going. Maybe it's better for the brand.
Maybe.
Anyway, but we'll be seeing you Boston on Friday and Philadelphia on Saturday. And y'all, we still have tickets left because we had to they were pretty much sold out. And then we rescheduled. And some of y'all had this pesky religious thing.
Some of you said, I have to celebrate Jesus' crucifixion on Good Friday. I got to go to church.
Others
I got to go to Seder on Saturday.
I got to go Seder because it's Passover. Okay, fine. You've got your obligation.
So sorry that your second major religious holiday of the year.
Yeah, wow. I'm glad your Savior is rising to absolve you from sin, but we've got to put on a show.
And I'm glad that for Passover, you're still waiting for yours.
You're still waiting. There you go. Anyway, you celebrate Passover. We're going to get there early on Thursday night, and Poodle's going to celebrate Assover because he needs to get dick down, y'all.
I'll turn my ass over.
No, we get it, and we're sorry that this is the way it's scheduled. So for some of you, sissies who are just heathens and don't give a shit about religion, these shows are for you.
Perfect.
So come on out and buy your tickets. We'll be there at the Hard Rock Cafe on Thursday or Friday night. And then we'll be at the City Winery in Philadelphia
on Saturday. Hard Rock. I don't think it's the cafe anymore.
I don't know. Do we get a shirt that says Boston? Maybe I'll be like in middle school. I had like 4.
Hard Rock Cafe, Boston.
I had like 4 Hard Rock shirts. I had a Dallas one. And then I had one in Long Beach from my aunt, from my cousin. And then I think I had one from
You were basic
New York.
from the beginning.
And I never had been to any of the Hard Rocks. I just had the T-shirts.
Like, that is a different level of basic.
No, it was you collected them.
I know, but no, we made fun of them we made fun of kids who did that.
How many friends do you have again?
I have lots of them now. But no, it was in for like a year and then it was out.
It's true. Yeah. This was better. I'm glad that you were collecting original sheet music from composers.
I was back then.
That was trendy. We were nerds.
What's your first tea bag?
My first tea bag after Fender Gate was, and maybe it's going to kind of have an overarching comeback, but my first note is, Daisy is talking to the Stews, and all Daisy says is, so when we're working with Marcos, just communication-wise, this is the word he likes to use. And I have to say, Gabriella is just tired of being on this boat.
She is.
I really like Gabriella. She's my favorite person.
I kept writing, oh, baby, no. Oh, baby, no.
She's my favorite person on the ship, and she got on my fucking nerves this episode. I was just like...
You know what it is,
I want to say, Gabriella, just take the note.
It's perfectionism for her, and she's getting in her own way.
And she takes, that's it. And she takes everything emotional instead of saying just, because she's like, this was not my fault. And I went,
it's all about doing her, because unfortunately, her identity is how well she does her job.
Yes, and I went, Gabriella, all she's saying is, just say whatever the catchphrase is of order up or whatever when it's time to eat. That's it. Just, y'all, I'm going to give you a little piece of advice.
She's so intense.
When it comes to criticism in your life, just take the note.
Don't respond. Don't talk back.
Don't take the energy.
Yeah.
Don't take the drama. Just take the note and move the fuck on. And you'll be a happier person for it. And Poodle got fruit flies in his apartment, and you can't see the
drain
fruit flies. And whatever it is, you look fucking crazy, like you're just having ghosts coming at your face, and you're going.
I'm trying now that I'm back in town, y'all. I am going to get rid of them. Thank you for sending me the. It's an old plumbing issue.
It's not fruit flies.
No, it's drain flies.
Drain flies.
Yes.
What's wrong with your plumbing?
Ain't nothing wrong with my plumbing.
She's clogged up, everybody. She needs some.
Call Roto-Rooter.
She needs a Roto-Rooter for some liquid dick.
But the problem is further down, so I'm gonna have to call. I talked to the landlord. He's gonna bring someone by.
Oh, you have to call a plumber.
Yep.
Well, maybe he'll be hot.
Let's see. We'll see. So, my next one is that white people don't look good in orange. and they need to stop wearing those orange shirts.
Unless you somehow have an olive undertone and darker hair.
Yeah.
It's not going to work for most people.
Yeah.
It's not going to
They
work.
should give the white people another option because it's this. The only thing would be worse would be yellow. And that orange is kind of halfway.
Ironically,
if it was a dark orange, it would work.
I disagree. I think that sometimes white people in a pretty pastel, pale yellow.
Yeah.
That looks pretty on you, actually. That looks good on me. But any type of orange on me looks horrendous.
Yeah. That's true.
Same for you.
Yep.
It just doesn't work on us.
Yeah. Doesn't work.
Pastels, though, work well on you. You look good in like pale yellow, pale pink.
Yeah.
You're an Easter baby. You look good in Easter colors.
Easter baby.
You know what I've been thinking about for 5 days now?
What?
I think I'm just going to have to get one, but I'm trying to be good. It's just a Reese's peanut butter cup, but it's in the shape of an egg, and I want one. I've been thinking about it for 5 days.
Great. I'm glad you're not food obsessed.
Okay, we'll see 3 days from now.
Now I'm thinking about it. What's
By
your...
the way, someone in Nashville ordered table fries and shared them with Poodle during the show, and I appreciated that.
I ate one.
That City Winery has good fries,
They
I
do.
hear.
They had good food.
Our sissy Susan said it was top 3 for her. City Winery
Wow.
fries. And you know she loves fries with ketchup.
Yeah. What's your next one? Was it my... Yeah, because I said the orange shirts.
I will... So, I want to talk about... let's just get into it because let's just get into the dinner and the fight. Y'all, I didn't have a lot this episode. Or you know what? Before that, actually, my next teabag is... Let's talk about Daisy and Gary kind of making up.
Is that later on? Oh yeah, when she's asked for
Before
your,
they kind of leave the dinner.
she's like asked for an apology, and he's like, "I'm not going to." And she's like, "Well, can I have your?" He's like, "Can I have your help?" But they do make up. Yeah, I think they fight and they get over it really quickly.
So this is my question: do you think they're gonna fuck on this ship?
Not this season.
I don't think so either. I think
They
gonna,
probably need to.
I think they might fuck in real life, but they both might not. Gary would fuck on camera. I don't think Daisy would give him the satisfaction.
I
don't think.
I
she would
just
do it.
want to say that Gary farted in Colin's mouth on this episode when his mouth was open because he has bad gas.
He does.
This happened on a show.
So here's my question, y'all. He's swatting flies and he looks fucking crazy. Did it turn you on?
Yes, a little bit.
Because if you can fart, then what's to say?
Putting your dick in his mouth.
Or just putting your mouth on his butthole.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Are you going to be able to focus with these flies? Do we need to pause the
There's
show?
one of them. No,
Y'all,
it's one.
We're going to take a commercial break and kill some flies, and we'll be right back. All right, let's talk about this Marcos Gabriela dinner fight.
Before, what did you think about the girls talking about how the guys were in bed?
Oh.
Like they were talking about Gary, Colin, and
I don't think they were wrong.
I think Colin is the best. I totally agree.
Yeah.
And Gary would be super quiet.
Cries.
Yeah.
Marcos would cry.
Yeah.
I think they were super right about this.
But no, Colin would be super smooth. Yeah. Look at you right in the eyes. Ooh.
Wow.
Not to the point where y'all that kind of like when someone's like looking at you in the eyes and they're looking and it's almost uncomfortable.
Oh.
They know how to make eye contact and they turn their head in a way so it's not fully like serial killer.
Okay.
Sorry, I was going somewhere.
You might want to process that.
And their head's far enough over you.
All right.
And they just have this look on their face. Sorry, I'm going somewhere. Anyway, what were you saying?
You got to get dick down in Boston.
I've been dick down in Boston.
We're gonna be staying at the Watertown Red Roof Inn. Poodle's already requested room 211, so find him there.
I've been butt drilled in Boston.
Yeah, yes, find us in Watertown.
Watertown.
It's too expensive to stay in Boston.
All right, what's your next one?
Let's talk about this fight. Let's talk about this dinner fight between Marcos and Gabriella.
Yeah, it's less of a fight.
I kind of wrote down, wait, what the hell happened? What did I miss?
She's been, I think, here's where I was with this. Marcos talked over Kelsey one time, or maybe it was more than something.
Maybe there's more than we see,
but she kept nudging him. He didn't really take the bait.
And remember, y'all, this is all about him just not there. Her not saying that's fire, meaning it was time to serve the guests from like 2 days ago.
Yeah, but I think there's more than that because she's going through something. Yeah. I wouldn't be, and I would not be surprised if she did not go through, if she was a person who went through depressive episodes.
Something.
Yeah, or just moods, because that's what it felt like. Because you didn't feel like it did not feel like this happened organically.
It seems out of the blue.
Yeah,
like a Debbie Gibson song.
But I think that's.
Now it's you.
Yeah, it's out of the blue.
Out
yeah.
of the blue, love is real.
Wow.
Oh, my eyes were through. Dream come true.
How many ooh rhymes can you have?
I never thought I'd see you like word. Just wait for it. One here with you. God, I love that album. That album made me so gay.
That made you gay?
Yes. To this day.
I think you were made before that.
You know what I didn't get as a little gay boy? Don't answer that, 'cause I'm going to tell you. But you know something that I really didn't get? I never got a bottle of Electric Youth perfume.
Oh.
And that's all I wanted was Electric Youth perfume. I wanted a bottle of that and Exclamation, and I never got it.
I was going to say reasonable guidance, not to be ridiculous.
No. You and I, neither of us got that. I just wanted. What were there any girl things that you wanted that you couldn't have?
You know, I never.
Boy? Didn't you want a My Little Pony? Because I got a My Little Pony.
No, I was able to have one of those. Yeah,
because they were horses.
Yeah,
we're cowboys, y'all.
I think. I'm thinking back. I think I was hyper aware of what I shouldn't have.
Oh. I never asked for Electric Youth or Exclamation. I never would have asked for it.
Yeah. I think I was...
Same.
And I think I was hyper aware of what I shouldn't have. And then I kind of decided that I was never really... And even today, I'm not really into what I would call girlish things. Like, I'm just not. Like, I love all period things. I love all things that are... kind of adjacent, but like you're into makeup and that stuff. I could not give two shits about any of that. It's just not what I do.
Yeah.
Now, if it's like wigs, very different, because that is that's like another kind of like camp / I feel like I'm Maggie Smith. Or I'm in Passage to India.
I wanted to do things that young girls wanted to do.
And I want to do things that are older women.
I'm going to go out and say grandmas wanted to do.
Yeah. And kind of a camp version of what women
like
would want.
I could see you love going to like a shawl knitting group when you were a little boy and talking to
You know
women.
what I was obsessed with? I was obsessed with potions and things like witches. Again, like that type of femininity, but not anything having to do with beauty. I would prefer things that were uglier.
Y'all call Poodle if you want him in your coven. I think you'd be a good coven
I've got
member.
a very strong witchy presence.
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
I come from an honest. My great-grandmother was a faith healer. That's where it comes from.
On your mom or dad's side?
Dad's side.
Boy, I bet your mom brings that up as a
old witch.
Side. Is that what she calls her? What was her name?
Her name was Creasy.
You should talk to our communicator. I bet she would want to talk to you.
Maybe.
Spirit just told me to tell you that.
Spirit?
Yeah, it just said in my
Spirit.
head, talk to her.
Is that how the spirit? Talk to
Yeah. Actually, my spirit's more like, hey,
boy.
hi, you should talk to her. Anyway.
No, I was going to say, I think Gabrielle, this is a couple of things happening. I think it's wearing on her. I think the behavior with Gary is she doesn't feel safe. And that idea of having to sleep with someone, she's also using alcohol to...
It's all medicating stuff. It was pretty funny.
She doesn't feel like she's fitting in.
No, it was... Y'all, it was when Kelsey's so clueless. And when Kelsey did say burnt orange is your color, I almost fell out. In the middle of this fight, trying to like...
And you know what? She's right. Burnt orange works for her skin tone perfectly.
It works for her. Now, so they're... Because the way it starts is, it's really... So Marcos is talking about himself, and Gabrielle just immediately is like, oh, we're so lucky.
And I would like to say, you guys, there's an unwritten rule that stews don't come for the chef. They are the most valuable person on the chart.
I think that's tied into it too.
Yeah.
Gabby is someone who, when it comes to, if she's over you, she likes the system, like Ashley. She likes being second stew.
Yeah.
But if you're above her, there's a part of her that wants to buck against that. And she's, because even Marco says, maybe she's right. Maybe I do talk about myself too much. But she doesn't have to disrespect me because she is being just flat out rude to him.
No, this is just saltiness. This is major saltiness.
Yes, very, very much so. But Marcos is like, okay.
And she's like, you should probably say you're sorry. And I'm like, okay.
And he's like, what? I don't know. I'm not. And she's like, yeah. And she then suddenly takes this isn't about. And then she's upset that he talked over Kelsey. But then it becomes he needs to say sorry to her,
right? And
it's about Gabriella and about her being offended.
And you guys, if you don't watch any of the other franchises and know how the chef is treated on boats like this, I thought he held his tongue pretty well.
Oh,
compared, like y'all, someone like Ben, if a stew would have talked to him like that, Ben
or made to you,
yeah, they would have lost their fucking shit.
Oh yeah,
so it's. Like people were saying, I can see people like, well, why was Marcos being an asshole? Y'all, he held it. We're
not just saying that because I want his girthy dig in an orifice.
Did you say dig?
Dick.
Oh.
I might have said dig, but I meant dig. But we're not just saying that. I'm not favoring him. Poodle's right. I'm not, because honestly, even if he wasn't a chef, I don't think Marcos acted like an asshole.
No.
I think he acted fine.
There is one... And so Gabby's just having a bad night.
That's kind of the rest of the thing. Because then, let's jump to...
And then Ashley and Gary are making out on the way back. Ugh.
Gary's totally starting it. But we have... It's kind of jumping ahead a little bit. But that's when... It's the next morning when Gabby...
Well, no, we need to talk about this. This is the whole thing. Y'all, Ashley's losing her mind.
Because Ashley's very drunk, y'all. They're drinking hard, like full-on liquor.
And the next morning, Daisy's like, no more straight alcohol.
No more straight alcohol. But that's true. Ashley's losing her mind because Gabriella crawls into Gary's cabin.
And she can say she doesn't care, but she does.
She does. And it's shitty that Gary's literally flirting. But again, it's like Gary doesn't have an allegiance to anyone. Gary will flirt with any woman in front of him.
Yeah, but I will say... And there's one point where Daisy is having to say, and Ashley's like, we need to make a decision here. And Daisy finally says, Ashley, bed.
She makes her go to bed.
And it is, I will, and Daisy says this, she's like, this is she's like, this is making this so chaotic in my area.
I agree.
With Gary.
How many times did you watch Ashley fall off that bed?
I rewound it like 3 or 4 times. It also looked super dangerous.
As soon as I knew she was okay.
Right.
Because the first time I went, oh, shit.
Yeah.
And then I saw she was okay, and then I watched
people falling.
And I laughed it like 4 times.
I love people falling.
I do too. Sometimes, y'all, if I'm in a bad mood or whatever, I'll just go on YouTube and just watch people falling.
That's the Oklahoma. No, I like people falling too.
It's true.
Yep. That's why America's Funniest Home Videos is on the air for so long.
We've got guests from coast to coast.
Do they still have that song?
Make you smile.
There must be a star tonight, so let your camera go with the red, white, and blue. With the funny thing you do, America, America, this is you. Bob Saget's gone.
He is.
Remember all those videos? He made a lot of money off of them.
He did. He and Gilbert Gottfried. He's gone too.
Was Gilbert Gottfried on?
No, he's dead.
I know he's dead.
No, but I'm just saying he just died. Everybody. He was only 67.
I know.
That is young.
We didn't say his name though. We're not responsible.
Not us. For once. Okay, so it is the next morning, and so Ashley gets up. Gabriella, you're right. She's got other things going on because she gets up and she's late for her shift, and she's like,
I think there's other stuff.
And Gabrielle says, "Thanks for waking me up, Ashley." And I went, "You would never have woken Ashley up for her shift."
Yeah.
You have thrown her you have not thrown her under the bus, but because that would be bitchy. And Gabriella's not that way. But Gabriella has not given her a handout once.
And I'm not a big Ashley fan by any means, but
Gabriella,
she's going through something.
Yep.
Something's happening that we don't either know about. That's why I was wondering if there were like depressive episodes.
Maybe.
Or
because then she starts, my next teabag is she starts just crying.
Yeah.
And she's saying,
I hate that I made a bad impression on you guys and
why
the people I work
with.
with.
This to Ashley? Honey,
you guys
don't say this to your enemy.
Don't show your soft underbelly to someone you can't trust. That just tells you how in crisis she is.
Because she will shiv you.
And we see next episode that's going to happen.
She will, because in Gabrielle's crying, she's like, and she's being very, it seems very
she's
dramatic.
like, and don't tell,
I don't want to be here. I just want to quit.
And Ashley's like this. She's like,
you're right. It's all perfection. She feels like she hasn't shown her best self.
I don't know what to do in this situation, but I'm going to hug you now.
Appreciate the honesty.
I really did enjoy that.
Appreciate that honesty.
But what's interesting, and Gabby says, don't tell Daisy about this. I don't want Daisy to know any of this. And we're going to see next episode, you guys. She does just that.
Gonna run to Daisy.
Yeah. It is, and to bring this up again, this is, I struggle with these impulses, you guys, because what I was rewarded with as a child, what I was praised for, is doing things very well. And you not really taking an addiction to that, but it becomes something you pursue. And when you don't when you don't do your job, the psyche works this way. You're like, oh, I'm not worthy to be praised. And then immediately it's the whole cycle again. So that's what perfectionism, that's the pitfalls of perfectionism. Mm-hmm. It's what's her name? Brene Brown's her first book. Not the perils of perfectionism. The gifts of imperfection. Yeah.
Yeah, the gifts of imperfection.
It's so wonderful. If you struggle with perfectionist impulses, that book changed my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
And just
Atlas of the Heart too on HBO Max right now.
So good. I have to space it out because I'll watch it all. Yeah. I love everything except for the people in the audience who think it's their time to shine.
I haven't watched any of it yet.
The audience feels a little too free to talk back. It's one of those, like our audiences.
I probably will like that.
I'm
excited for them to do the role plays. That's what I'm the most excited about.
That's not until, I want to say, episode 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because that's exciting. Because it's not all, it's more unplanned and just that's exciting stuff.
No, and she's pretty honest with talking to the audience, but sometimes they'll say things and someone will say, this is, if you've ever done like a lecture or anything like that, you notice that most of the people in there are listening to you. They're not really listening to anyone else in the audience who are saying things. And people will yell out an answer, and then someone else will yell out the same thing. And you're like, I want to validate that person, but I also don't want to say the same thing. That happens a lot. The audience really wants to be heard, and they want to feel like they're participating.
Well, I think a lot of the audience wants to be perfect. They want to
be
the perfect
do.
Audience.
That's what I'm saying, and it's the only thing that starts to get on my nerves is the audience a little bit. I kind of wish it didn't have an audience. To a degree. Or I wish the audience wasn't, let me clarify. I wish the audience wasn't so in on it. I wish the audience could listen and think more instead of nodding, almost like an Oprah audience when they would be so vociferously nodding.
Yeah.
Take it in instead of giving her everything.
Yeah, you don't want to validate. Unless you're at one of our live shows in Boston and Philly, please nod and let us know you agree. No, I'm kidding.
Yes. It's like the yes girl in Seattle,
Can you
y'all.
imagine now you've created in Boston, they're all just going to stand there, stare there blankly at us the whole time.
I also don't want you to go, no, when I say something.
Oh, I enjoy that sometimes.
Although I swear to God, I will heckle you. If you heckle me, I will come for you on the stage.
If you heckle Poodle, he'll heckle you.
I will. I've come for a girl I've dubbed megaphone every show.
I can handle a heckler from doing stand up, but usually Poodle just takes care.
No, I'll read you for filth. And I won't do it in a nasty way, but I will point you out.
I think
it's my nature.
It is your nature.
I don't think I have anything else.
That's it. That's all I got, y'all.
I'm concerned. I'm really concerned for Gabrielle.
Do you think she's going to leave?
Yeah.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she is, but maybe she will.
I think it's going to be... I think she's not someone who tolerates distress well. I think she's much more happier. Actually, let me clarify. She's okay in times of stress that where things are all falling around them. But when things are going okay, when she has time to kind of think about her situation and the house isn't on fire, I don't think that's a good place for her to be in. She's a good worker. But when she has time, like when she goes to go, they have fun when the night's out. That's not a good time for Gabriella. She needs
structure.
She does, and she needs to be busy all the time.
She's busy all the
because
time.
Otherwise she starts thinking about herself and she starts overthinking. Yeah. And it breaks my heart because I want to reach out to her because I know what she's going through. But the worst thing you can do is to pick battles with people who really haven't tried to, who in your head you think you're against you, but just don't do it. Walk away. Especially with battles from the chef, y'all, because you're not going to win.
You're not going to win with the chef.
No. And I think she's also worried about, she's been very vocal about, I just wish Daisy liked me the way she likes Ashley.
She has said that.
And it's tough because I think one of the reasons that Daisy has seemed like that to her, because I think Daisy thinks that Gabrielle is fantastic. She's very self-motivated. I don't need to say anything to her.
Daisy Daisy's that person. If I don't need to validate you, I won't.
I'm that way.
You're good because Daisy is that way.
Yep.
She doesn't need she just wants to do the job and move on.
It's like when I'm doing my actually tonight. We're recording this on Wednesday, guys, and the reading of my musical is tonight. And I was giving notes last night or the night before. Yeah, Monday night.
We don't know what day it is.
And I always have to say, because the actors will come up to you after, is everything? I'm like, if I don't give you a note, it's fabulous. Everything you're doing is fantastic. I'm not, and it's a problem with notes that you're having to call out everything that's wrong. Mm-hmm. But you're trying to help. I don't have time to praise you for every little thing that's going right.
Yeah.
So if I don't say anything, you're golden, and that doesn't work for some people. Like Gabriella, that would not do well.
No, it would not.
Yeah. That's it. That's the show.
All right, everybody. I'm gonna go get an Easter egg. That's what I'm gonna do, y'all. And you can go to realitygaze.com. That's where you can get tickets to see us in Boston.
Buy yourself an Easter basket.
Yes.
Easter basket.
We're also going to remember when I used to have an Easter hat.
Yes,
y'all. I made it. It was.
I think I threw it away.
No, I did actually. Oh. But I used to have a whole Easter.
It looked really rough.
Put birds on it. Had a lot of hot glue and dreams in it, and it's gone. Anyway, so y'all. But we'd love to see you in Boston and Philly. And then we will be announcing dates next week.
Yes.
So
the 18th, I believe, we're announcing a new just batch of dates.
We'll
like
be announcing-
Gremlins 2, the new batch.
Yes, exactly. We'll be announcing dates, and we'll be announcing when they go on sale.
If you can be the girl gremlin, I'll be Stripe.
Yeah. You kind of would be a female Stripe, really.
That's more appropriate.
That's more appropriate. Yeah. All right, everybody. We'll see you next week, but until then,
Anchors the game.